We're celebrating St. Padre Pio today, but we're also beginning the novena to St. Therese of Lisieux, the little flower whose feast is on the 1st of October. The saints are a wonderful inspiration to us as we journey through life, because we know that they have trod the same path that we are on now. An old school poem had these words: lives of great ones all remind us we can make our lives sublime, and departing leave behind us footprints in the sands of time. In a way, the life of St. Therese wasn't remarkable at all, and yet nobody has had more influence on the lives of people over the last 100 years or so. Long before she was canonized, Pope Pius X said of her that she was the greatest saint of modern times. So, what had she that was so appealing to people? And not just some people, but all kinds of people, because Therese is the saint of the ordinary people. The outward shell of her earthly life, her short life, is quickly told. She was born in France in the year 1873, the youngest of 9 children, 4 of whom died in childhood. She had a very sheltered childhood herself and grew up in a closely knit family atmosphere. Her mother died when Therese was only 4 years of age, and she gave her heart to God at a very early stage, and by a special permission she was allowed to enter the local Carmelite convent in Lisieux when she was only 15 years of age. And she was there for only 9 years and died of TB when she was only 24 years of age. And that's it, really. Nothing extraordinary about her life, apart maybe from an apparently miraculous cure by Our Lady when Therese was very ill at the age of 10. And once she entered the Carmelite convent, she never left it, nor was she known outside it during her lifetime. And yet today, she's patroness of the missions, and she's had an extraordinary influence on the lives of people over the last 100 years, partly through her autobiography that she wrote at the request of her superiors, but mostly because God wanted to speak to our times through her life and message. On the day that Therese was canonized in Rome, 28 years after her death, a priest remarked to a colleague in St. Peter's Square, he said, it's the gospel that has been canonized today. And that's it in a nutshell, because she recalled humanity to the beauty of the Christian calling and highlighted the loving friendship that should exist between us and God. Her life proclaims loud and clear that God is deeply in love with each one of us. He just wants us to stretch out our hand and to accept His goodness, to look on Him as our best friend, and to unburden ourselves of the worries of life and leave them to Him. Therese is the saint of the mercy of God. She was fond of saying, we can never have too much confidence in the good God. He is so mighty and so merciful. So over the next few days, we'll tease out her message so that the beauty of her life can be seen and she continue to be an inspiration to people today.